Yay, we're recording. Okay. Hello. Before we start this, trigger warning for anyone who suffers with these or just mental health problems in general. So, you have been warned. Please click off this video if you do not wish to listen or continue. And with that being said, let's begin. Hello. I apologise for our 30-second, not 30 minute, I'm sorry, 30-second trigger warning, but yes, today's topic is going to be the mental health stigma. So, let's begin. Mental health is I don't know, I've got it up on my computer right here so I can do my own research, because I, just like all of you, are learning, and I want to learn myself while teaching everyone else about how to treat people who suffer with mental health issues. I've been depression, PTSD, even with disabilities like autism or dyslexia. Mental health is the level of psychological well-being or an absence of mental illness. It is the state of someone who is functioning at a satisfactory, speech impediment and anxiety, what some people don't understand. Level of emotional and behavioural adjustment. Okay, so for all of you who were born back in the 90s, back before the 1980s, what mental health is basically your brain. So, you know what? Let's start off with anxiety. Anxiety is massive when it comes to mental illness. Anxiety can be many things. It can be having a panic attack in the street, or just anxiety disorders can be anything. Anxiety can just me being anxious about something. Everyone has it. It's not. It's just everyone has it. So that's really anxiety disorders. Okay, next. Right. Yes. Anxiety is probably like most. I wouldn't say mild, because none of them are mild. A lot of them are like they're not good, but everyone has anxiety. Okay, let's talk about. I don't know which one to talk about. Very or serious topics. I don't want to fuck it up. So let's talk about personality disorders. So personality disorders can mean, or mainly, borderline personality disorder. That's a massive one, and it basically means that your personality like switches around loads of times. Just as like so. So for example, one minute can be like yourself, next minute can be like a completely different person. That is a borderline personality disorder. You basically like change your personality around. Now, some people who don't understand mental health or anything like that, because they aren't, they don't want to learn, and they just like to bury their head in the sand, might say, but that's bipolar. But no, what bipolar is, it's basically where your emotion. So one minute can be really happy, next really angry. Same with depression. These are called mood disorders. A mood disorder is where you are really happy and cheery for 1 minute, but then you can also be quite sad or feel anger in the next. Psychotic disorders, one of these main ones being schizophrenia, is basically where you can hear stuff like voices in your head to tell you to do things. Like, for example, a voice in your head could tell you to arm yourself. Don't arm yourself. You are worth way more than that. Just saying. Eating disorders, a eating disorder is basically like bulimia or anorexia. It's where the victim, because everyone who suffers with one of these disorders is not a bad person in any way. I mean, they're not weak, they are a victim. Basically, they basically have body confidence issues, and they look at their body, or they look at all these people on social media. Yes, I'm blaming some of you who Photoshop your own photos to make yourself look perfect, because you are to blame also. And they just see these perfect slim figures, and they're like, I want to be like them, and they make themselves throw up, and and it's not nice, and people should stop judging them. People should stop commenting, be like, oh my god, look at her, or look at him, they're really skinny. Nah, no, shut up, You don't know what your comment, or don't say to someone you're really fat, because you don't know what that would do. Just don't do that. It's not nice, and it makes you a dickhead. Okay, next up. Trauma-related disorders, basically PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD is what a lot of... Before we carry on this section, another trigger warning for what I'm about to talk about. A lot of sexual abuse victims, or even physical or mental abuse victims, go through after it's happened. What this does is that it takes the person back to that one specific memory of that they don't want to remember, and it replays in their head. So people who are like, but you're only pretending, you are not pretending. If someone with a PTSD disorder has a breakdown, instead of judging them, how about you lend a hand, because it's because it's the right thing to do. And then we've also got substance abuse disorders. This meaning things like addictions to drugs and alcohol. Now, this is also a disorder because it could also be like your head telling you that you need these to make yourself happy, but you don't. You don't need drugs or alcohol to make yourself happy. You can do whatever you want and still be happy. But I'm going off topic here. Now, let's talk about self-harming. What self-harming is where someone... What people who don't understand mental health call attention-seeking, what self-harming actually is a way for the person who is suffering to release all this pain in a way that they like. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying do it, because don't. It's not good. But I've done it myself before, and it's not good. But it doesn't help when people say that you're either faking it or doing it for attention, because that just makes your depression worse, and it makes you feel like you can't do anything right. And it annoys me that people who don't understand it think that people with mental health issues are broken. You are not broken. You can do whatever you want. You are allowed to do whatever you want. You're a lot stronger than what these people think. Forget about these people. These people are a minority. They don't matter to you. What matters is yourself and just people who care about you. Right? If someone says, oh, but you always have breakdowns, you must be faking it. No. You don't. You're not faking it for being depressed. it also doesn't help that all the time. I don't think that these mental health counsellors know what they're talking about. For example, cams, they don't help. To you, they may help, but to me, they certainly don't help. Like, this is technically my way of teaching people who don't understand it how to understand it and how to not make it into a stigma that even if you suffer with mental health, you're not broken. You can still do whatever you want. And well, you know, I don't know, really. Just think before you speak. I don't say to the girl really, who's like losing some weight, lose more weight. She could be anorexic or bulimic. Don't say to a boy, um, don't make, think before you say any abuse jokes. Like, someone could be suffering with PTSD or don't and don't make fun of or people who have took suicide attempts, because like instead of making fun of them or accusing them or calling them fake, if someone has attempted suicide and they don't do it, well, I mean they fail, that's a good thing, and you should never, ever, 100% call them looking for attention. If they was really looking for attention, they wouldn't have bloody done it. So instead of being, but a bear looking for attention, use your head. What would you do if you was in their shoes and you wouldn't like it. It'll make you feel even lower, and even more worthless. But people who are suffering with mental health, you're all worth it. You're all amazing. I'm proud of all of you, and just a big massive cuddle. I'm sorry, I stuttered. A big massive cuddle from me to you right now. So there you go. And anyway, with that being said, I'm not going to be like one of those stereotypical YouTubers who's like and subscribe or turn on post notifications, because I'm not doing this for subscribe gainership. I'm doing this for myself and to teach people the effects of mental health. Anyway, with that being said, I will see you all later and bye bye.